Hello student, good morning. How are you all? Today we will study Flamingo's second poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. This poem is written by Stephen Spender. So let's talk about the poet. Stephen Spender 1909-1995 was an English poet and essayist. He left University College, Oxford without taking a degree and went to Berlin in 1930. Spender took a keen interest in politics and declared himself to be a socialist and pacifist. An elementary school classroom in a slum, he has concentrated on themes of social injustice and class inequalities. So, in this poem, poet focus on some of the social evils that can be seen in the society. Social evils means किसी के प्रति क्लास डिस्क्रिमिनेशन होना, जाति भेद होना और ये सब उसके प्रति अन्याय होना, उस पर पोएट ने फोकस किया है. राइट. सो बिफोर यू रीड, हैव यू एवर विजिटेड और सीन एन एलिमेंट्री स्कूल इन अ स्लम? कभी आपने ऐसी कोई स्कूल की विजिट की है? वॉट डज इट लुक लाइक? कैसी दिखती है वो? ओके, सो यू जस्ट इमेजिन कि आपने भी कभी ऐसी देखी है स्कूल और देखी है तो कैसी दिखती है. नाउ लेट्स स्टडी द पोएम. सो दिस पोएम has written in free verse. Free verse, it means that no rhymey scheme or rhymey pattern. It does not have rhymey scheme. Okay, so this poem is written in a free verse. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces, like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their pallor. The tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper seeming boy with red eyes, the stunned, unlucky hair of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lessons from his desk, at back of dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young. His eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. So first of all, let's talk about the word meaning. So in this stanza, in the first stanza, the word gusty means breezy winds. Okay. Next word is pallor. Pallor, it means that pale, डल फेस हो जाना और भूख की वजह से और कभी कभी बीमारी की वजह से चेहरा जो है फीका हो जाता है. दैट. एंड स्टंड मीन्स दैट नॉट फुली ग्रोन ड्यू टू malnutrition. गरीब लोगों को जब खाना कम मिलता है एंड दे सफ़र फ्रॉम malnutrition, कुपोषण का शिकार हो जाते हैं. एंड so stunned, it means that not fully grown due to malnutrition. Another word is gnarled. Gnarled means noted, rough. Okay. Next word is weeds. Here the word weeds. Yes. तो weeds क्या है? तो unwanted plant that grown on their own. तो कभी कभी unwanted जो ग्रास हो जाता है फार्म में, फिर हम निकाल देते. राइट. वीडिंग जिसको कहते हैं. ओके. नेक्स्ट वर्ड इज पेपर लाइक थीन. इट मीन्स दैट पेपर की तरह. पेपर कितना पतला होता है उस ऐसी उसकी बॉडी जो है पतली है. सो इट इज़ हियर द स्ट्रक्चर. बॉडी का जो स्ट्रक्चर है किससे वो किया गया है? द पेपर सीमिंग बॉय. वो एक लिटरेरी डिवाइस है और फिगर ऑफ स्पीच भी उसको कह सकती है. हेयर, HAIR, हेयर, इट मीन्स दैट सक्सेसर, जो एक जनरेशन से दूसरी जनरेशन में जाता है. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द एक्सप्लेनेशन. सो हियर in this stanza, poet describes the children who study in an elementary school which is set up in a slum area. जो स्कूल है कहाँ पर सेटअप हुई है? स्लम एरिया में. राइट. स्लम एरिया मीन्स जो गरीब लोग रहते हैं वो. The poet says that the faces of children are dull and without any energy. There is no energy seems on the face of the children, the poor children. They are not full of energy like other kids of their age. Okay, suppose कि 10 साल के या 12 साल के of their same age के बच्चे जो दूसरे होते हैं, they are fine and healthy, but these children are they are looking विदाउट और नो एनर्जी, जिसमें कोई एनर्जी ना हो. दीज चिल्ड्रन आर कंपेयर्ड टू अनवांटेड वीड, लाइक कि जैसे अनवांटेड वीड को निकाल देते आफ्टर आफ्टर वीडिंग. जो ग्रास होता है वो क्या हो जाता है, पूरा वो जिसको कहते हैं श्रिंक हो जाता है. तो ये बच्चे जो है उसका जो बॉडी है पूरी श्रिंक हो गई है और लाइक वीड, जो उसमें कोई ताकत ना हो, एनर्जी ना हो, ऐसी हो गई है. Here the writer wants to say that these children seems to be unwanted like the unwanted weed which grow on their own in the fields. Okay, so their hair is not neatly done. Okay, not combed very well. It falls on their pale faces as if they have been torn apart. Okay, and the hair that come on their torn faces or weak faces, pale faces. The children are untidy, that they have not combed their hair. Then he describe tall girl. एक describe करते हैं कि tall girl को वो कैसी है. तो they describe the poet describe tall girl who seems to be burdened by poverty. जैसे यहाँ पर एक word दिया है कि her weight toned down head. It means that उसका जो poverty गरीबाई की वजह से पूरी जो है वो पेल है, एनर्जी लेस है. हर हेड इज बेंट मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ टायर्डनेस और शेम. ओके, सो हर हेड इज डाउन बिकॉज ऑफ पॉवर्टी, बिकॉज ऑफ पुअरनेस, बिकॉज ऑफ वीकनेस मे बी. ओके, सो हर हेड इज बेंट मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ टायर्डनेस और शेम, शर्म की वजह से भी झुक गया होता है. देयर इज अनदर बॉय हु इज सो वीक एंड थिन that he has been compared to a sheet of paper, and one boy who was compared with a sheet of paper is so thin like a paper, and that boy has disease. So that then he describes that another student who is physical disabled. The poet says that this boy is unlucky because he inherited a disease from his father, due to which he has a deformed body. Okay, एंड हिज बॉडी बिकम डिफॉर्म्ड, मतलब कोई प्रॉपर शेप में नहीं है. जो पूरी जो बॉडी है उसमें वो बीमारी की वजह से उसकी जो है जो शोल्डर का पार्ट होता है वो पीछे निकल आता है. सो दैट डिसेबल्ड चाइल्ड, सो द पोएट सेज दैट दिस बॉय इज अनलकी बिकॉज ही इनहेरिटेड अ डिसीज फ्रॉम हिज फादर, ड्यू टू विच ही हैज अ डिफॉर्म्ड बॉडी. Instead of getting any facility from his father was failed to provide him the good facility. He has received a disease in heritage. Instead of luxurious things, he got from his father disease. This disabled boy is sitting on his bench and reciting his lesson. At the back of the class, in dim, dark area, was a small boy who was not visible to the poet as he was sitting in darkness. The poet could see his eyes which were bright and full of dream. He also see a boy whose eyes were with full of dreams. उसके आंखों में बहुत बड़े बड़े सपने हैं. Okay, it seems as if he was rather interested in playing with squirrels in the tree's house. So here that boy rather interested in playing with squirrels in the tree house. Now let's talk about the literary device in the first stanza. So here the children are compared like, student, this is figure of speech. When something is compared with something and we use word like and as, at that time the figure of speech becomes simile, right? So the children are compared with rootless weeds. So here the figure of speech simile is here. And the paper seeming boy. Here देर इज़ अ कंपेरिजन बट विदाउट यूजिंग एज एंड लाइक. डायरेक्टली जब बता दिया है कि उसको बच्चों को पेपर स्विमिंग बॉय, मतलब उसको पेपर जैसा बता भी दिया है बट उसमें लाइक एंड ये एज यूज नहीं किया. सो इट इज द फिगर ऑफ स्पीच मेटाफर, राइट. Now let's study the second stanza of the poem. On shore cream walls, donations, Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome, riding all cities, bald, flowery, Tyrolese valley, open-handed map, avoiding the world, its world, and yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their world, where all their futures painted with fog, a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky, far, far from rivers, capes, and stars of words. So student, in this stanza let's talk about the word meaning. Here the word shore. Shore means unpleasant. Here refers to the color of shore, cream, off-white or creamish color, that unpleasant. The word donation. Things given or received in charity. Whatever the things are there in school, those things come in charity या दान में दिया गया है. Okay. Here the word dawn. Dawn means अर्ली मॉर्निंग और जिसको कहते हैं प्रभात. द वर्ड सिविलाइज्ड डोम, इट मीन्स दैट इट इज राइजिंग सन एट होरिजन विच इज इन द शेप ऑफ डोम, जैसे वो डोम का जैसे कोई शेप हो. ओके. द वर्ड टायरोलिस. टायरोलिस वैली इज अ ब्यूटिफुल आइस फ्री वैली इन ऑस्ट्रिया. द वर्ड टायरोलिस वैली. ओके. Now the word lead. Okay, lead. Lead means here dark future of kids. जैसे लीड का कलर क्या होता है, थोड़ा ग्रे होता है, तो ग्रे इज नेगेटिव फीलिंग लेकर आता है. सो लीड इट मीन्स दैट डार्क फ्यूचर ऑफ किड्स. हियर द वर्ड कैप्स. कैप्स अ लार्ज पीस ऑफ लैंड दैट स्टिक आउट इन द सी फ्रॉम द कोस्ट. ये थे ये स्टांजा के वर्ड मीनिंग. ओके, सो नाउ सी द एक्सप्लेनेशन. और चलो समझने की कोशिश करते हैं हम उसको. सो हियर इन दिस स्टांजा पोएट डिस्क्राइब द स्कूल, राइट, कैसी दिखती है. सो ऑन शोर क्रीम वॉल्स. सो हियर पोएट सेज दैट द वॉल्स ऑफ द स्कूल आर ऑफ वाइट, और जिसको कहते हैं बहुत ही मतलब ऑफ वाइट और अच्छी ना हो. ओके. सो दे आर क्रीम इन कलर लाइक कलर ऑफ शोर क्रीम. ओके. दिस मीन्स दैट वॉल आर नॉट क्लीन और डर्टी है, जिसका मतलब कह सकते हैं कि वो डर्टी है. देन दे हैव नॉट बीन पेंटेड रिसेंटली, और जब बनाई गई होगी या फिर पेंटेड नहीं की है वैसी है. ओके. द वॉल्स आर कवर्ड विथ डिफरेंट चार्ट्स एंड इमेजेस दैट हैव been donated by the different people. And here Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome, riding all cities. So here poet हमको ये बताते कि जो भी कुछ पिक्चर वहाँ पर लगी हुए थे, those picture maybe और those picture are came in the डोनेशन. सो एक तो वहाँ पर शेक्सपियर का पिक्चर जो है वॉल पर लगाया होता है. जनरली इंडिया में किसका होता है, जनरली वी सी गांधी जी's फोटो hung on the wall of the school. So his head, which is bald, looked like the rising sun at the horizon. So here शेक्सपियर का हेड किसके साथ कंपेयर किया गया है. सो शेक्सपियर्स हेड क्लाउडलेस एट डॉन, सिविलाइज्ड डोम, राइडिंग ऑल सिटीज. मीन्स उसका जो बाल्ड हेड है दैट कंपेयर विद द डोम. At the time of daybreak, the sun is rising the horizon and semi-circular like a dome shape. Okay, this is like dome shape, और जो bald head उसके जैसा हो जाता है. Okay, so there is a picture of the famous Tyrolese Valley which has beautiful flowers. दूसरा भी picture वहाँ पर है. There is the image of map which helps all in its own way. But for these children, the map of the world is irrelevant because the slum where they live is different from what is shown in the map. Okay, so the picture of map is beautiful, but whatever the place, जो भी जैसी भी जगह में रह रहे हैं, दैट इज स्लम एरिया, और उस मैप से और स्लम एरिया का वहाँ पर कोई लेना देना उसको नहीं लगता. सो देयर फ्यूचर इज फुल ऑफ डार्कनेस. ओके, their future is compared to a narrow street, which means that there is no wide scope available for their future growth, and here there is no scope for them. Their future is like a narrow street. These children are far away from the radiant light of knowledge and education. So उसका education जो है far away from them, उसका फ्यूचर जो है वो ब्राइट नहीं दिखता. इफ सपोज वी टॉक अबाउट द लिटरेरी डिवाइस, सो ऑन सोर क्रीम वॉल्स, सो हियर देर इज अ मेटाफॉर, फिगर ऑफ स्पीच. सो डायरेक्टली वॉल को शोर वॉल बता दिया है विदाउट यूजिंग लाइक और एज. इट मीन्स दैट मेटाफॉर. ओके, एंड द फ्यूचर ऑफ द किड्स इज डिस्क्राइब्ड एज लिमिटेड. ओके, जैसे कि उसने बच्चों को जो फ्यूचर किसके जैसा बता दिया, लाइक नैरो स्ट्रीट. ओके, तो विदाउट यूजिंग एज और लाइक, फ्यूचर को कंपेयर किया है नैरो स्ट्रीट के साथ. इट मीन्स दैट मेटाफर इज यूज्ड हियर. नाउ द थर्ड स्टांजा. श्योरली शेक्सपियर इज वीक्ड, द मैप अ बैड एग्जाम्पल, with sheaves and sun and love tempting them to steal, for leaves that slyly turn in their cramped holes, from fog to endless nights on their slack heap. These children wear skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel, with mandate glass like bottle beads on stones. All of their time and space are foggy slum, so blot their maps with slums as big as dome. Now let's see some of the vocabulary and word meaning. Wicked means evil, evil जो बुरा होता है. Okay, tempting means लालच देकर. Slyly it means trickly. Okay, cramped it means confined. Slag means weak. Mended means repaired. Blot means to mark with a spot. Doom it means disaster. Now let's try to understand the stanza, the meaning of the poet. What does poet wants to say to us? The poet further says that these children living in slum area have faced so many hardships that they feel every other person to be their enemy. Okay, so they don't find the map to be a good thing. So the map is there in the classroom, they don't find, and they don't find any purpose that map is good for them. They were never liked or loved by anyone because they were so poor. They were discriminated, and that is why they were not getting love from anyone. Therefore they hate almost everyone. जिस इंसान को ज़्यादा प्यार नहीं मिलता, उसका प्यार से पोषण नहीं होता, वो इंसान आगे जाकर कहीं ना कहीं क्रिमिनल जैसी भावना या फिर क्रिमिनल बन जाता है. Their desire of being loved by others forces them to steal. They live in small homes and they have started adjusting to it. Whatever the condition they have, they try to adjust in the condition. Okay, और लास्ट में वो एक्सेप्ट भी कर लेते हैं. They adjust. Their life is going towards an endless night. This means that their future is full of darkness. These kids are so thin that one can easily see their bones through the thin layer of skin. Okay, ऐसा लगता है जैसे स्केलेटन है और उसमें हड्डियाँ भी स्किन पर से दिखती है. So this is because of lack of food, or we can say that these kids are suffering from malnutrition. They wear spectacles which are made of steel. Okay, इतने बड़े अच्छे स्पेक्टिकल्स भी उसके पास अवेलेबल नहीं होते, because they are poor and they were not able to purchase good spectacles for them. They are cheap and very uncomfortable. The spectacles are very cheap and uncomfortable. Even the lenses in the spectacles are repaired, और लेंस को भी रिपेयर किया होता है. The spectacles look like stones which have been repaired with pieces of glass sticking out of them. Here the poet tries to explain that these kids have no face so many hardship in their lives. They are struggling. They have to do hard work to survive. सिर्फ जीने के लिए भी उसको हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ता है. They face many problems. They were struggling. They are facing many problems. Obstacles comes in their way as they were living in slum areas, and as the slum area are getting bigger, they will destroy the future of these children, and it is very difficult to such kids to escape from them. और वहाँ से भाग जाना उसके लिए बहुत ही कठिन होता है. Now let's talk about the literary device. तो यहाँ पर भी their homes are very small like holes. तो cramped holes. You can use see here the word is used cramp hold. So it is comparison, okay, with their homes are just cramped holes. So it is metaphor here, okay. Their repair spectacles. तो यहाँ पर एक वर्ड दिया है रिपेयर स्पेक्टिकल्स, तो यहाँ पर ये है सिमिली. लाइक बोटल्स बीट्स ऑन स्टोन्स, तो यहाँ पर लाइक वर्ड यूज हुआ, इट मीन्स दैट इज सिमिली. नाउ just try to understand the last stanza of the poem. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs break, oh break open till they break the town and show the children to green fields and make their world run azure on cold sands and let their tongues run naked into books. The white and green leaves open history theirs whose language is the sun. So here the word catacombs. Catacombs means tomb, okay, and the word azure. Azure, it means that deep blue. So now understand, try to understand what does poet want to tells us. The poet says that the government should take notice of the problems being faced by these kids. So here the line, governor, inspector, visitor, they came and they noticed their poor condition. उसकी बहुत बुरी हालत है, उसके बारे में वो देखते हैं, ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. He urges them to change the life of these kids and make the world map a reality for them. And whatever the world map is there, पूरी दुनिया उसके लिए है. They should not rotten there. वो वहाँ पर सड़ने नहीं चाहिए. वो गंदी जो गली होती है, स्लम एरिया होता है, उसका फ्यूचर यहाँ ही फिनिश नहीं होना चाहिए, राइट. There is a need to break restriction which are put on them due to poverty and lack of resources, as they were suffering from poverty, right, and they had lack of resources. Their classes are not fully equipped. उसके क्लास जो होते fully equipped नहीं होते. He wants the governor and public to help these kids in achieving their dreams, okay. So whatever the kids and children's dreams are there, they should be fulfilled और complete होने चाहिए. ऐसे poet जो है वो request करते हैं. As this will take them away from fog to azure sky. Azure sky means blue sky. The poet here wants to say कि that is the way the kids can be taken away from the darkness of their present to a bright future. Whatever the darkness their present is there, they should be taken from the darkness towards the यहाँ पर azure मतलब blue sky. What does blue sky indicate? It's happiness and goodness, is it, or bright future. He wants these kids to experience the sense and the beauty of nature, as this will lead to desire of gaining knowledge. और ऐसे फ्यूचर, ब्राइट फ्यूचर में जहाँ पर वो नॉलेज को गेन करे, they will then go through the white and green leaves. Okay, so white and green leaves, blue sky or blue color indicating the bright future. वो एक अच्छे फ्यूचर को इंडिकेट करते हैं. Here white leaves depict books and green leaves depict nature. Okay, here yes, run next books, the white and green leaves. So white जो है वो क्या इंडिकेट करता है, white जो है बुक को इंडिकेट करता है, एंड ग्रीन जो लीव वो इंडिकेट करते हैं नेचर को, राइट. This will then result in their progress and they will be able to paint a bright future for themselves. So in this way, as they will gain the knowledge, अगर वो knowledge प्राप्त करेंगे, so definitely their future will be bright. उसको वहाँ से उठाकर एक अच्छी दुनिया में लेकर जाना है, जहाँ पर अपना खुद का विकास कर सके, खुद को डेवलप कर सके. And how can they develop themselves? When they gain the knowledge, right? When they were provided with a good facility, और उसको अच्छी सी रिसोर्सेज मिलेंगे. अगर रिसोर्सेज अच्छा होगा, सपोज कि हमको कंप्यूटर का नॉलेज लेना है, सो वी नीड अ कंप्यूटर, इज इट? सो ओनली बुक इज नॉलेज इज नॉट सफिशिएंट. तो बच्चों को अगर आगे बढ़ाना है तो उसको रिसोर्सेज से हरा भरा रखना चाहिए. And in this way they will get the knowledge and they can make their future by themselves. Okay, now literary device की बात करें तो books and nature are expressed in form of white and green leaves, right? जैसे हमने बात की कि books, the white and green, so it is metaphor. बुक को white and green बताकर उसको directly compare किया है, it means that is the metaphor. ओके, सो यहाँ पर वर्ड का रिपीटेशन भी हो रहा है, लाइक रन एंड रन. तो स्टूडेंट एक ही पोएम में जब सिमिलर वर्ड यूज होता है तो वो लिटरेरी डिवाइस होती है एनाफोरा. ओके, सो हियर रन अजूरे ऑन गोल्ड सेंट्स, रन नेक्ड इनटू बुक्स, इट मीन्स रन एंड रन मीन्स एनाफोरा. इट इज ऑल्सो अ लिटरेरी डिवाइस. So really, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum is a beautiful poem by Stephen Spender. I hope you understand very well. An elementary school classroom in a slum deals with the social injustice and class inequalities and attacks on the capitalistic economies in which the rich are becoming richer, and even as more and more problems and miseries mire the lives of the poor. So they are devoid of any opportunity. They are prevented from the opportunity. So they are devoid of any opportunity and have become prey. शिकार हो जाते हैं सोशल इनजस्टिस का, वो शिकार हो जाते हैं. दे बिकम्स और दे हैव बिकम प्रे टू सोशल इनजस्टिस. So in this poem, Spender demands equal opportunities for education for the poor and the underprivileged. So here poet क्वेश्चन किया है कि उसके प्रति इनजस्टिस क्यों है. Even the opportunities should be given to them. They should be provided with lots of opportunities. In this way they can make their life and they can make their future bright. So it's a beautiful poem by Stephen Spender. I hope you understand very well. और इसके भी जितने भी question and answer है, question 1 to 4 you have to write in your notebook. Thank you and have a nice day.